Now that we've hit an inflection point of foundation models, machine learning models, and other big data terms, you might be thinking, how do we govern these things? Well, that brings us to two very important topics. We have model governance
and data governance. So let's start with data governance. Data governance is how organizations protect and get value from their most important asset, their data. Let me explain this using Lego. Lego bricks are designed to work together seamlessly. When you get a Lego set, you expect all the right pieces that fit together with nothing missing. That's what data governance does for our data across different teams. So let's break this out into 3 different blocks: consistent, secure, and high quality. Let's start with consistent. Just like how Lego bricks are designed to fit together perfectly and connect to each other in standard ways, data governance means we need to create standards and definitions, such as how we format our dates.
So like America versus European standards.
Yes, that's exactly right. So we want to make sure we have the month and the date in the same way for our organization so that we all understand as a shared data asset. Moving on to secure. Just as Lego pieces come in specific bags for each section of a build, data governance enables secure data practices by classifying data like PII, or personally identifiable information. So that's something like a social security number that we want to keep private. And this allows us to protect our data from getting mixed up or misused. And finally, high quality. When you build with Lego, you expect to have all of the right pieces. Data governance ensures our data is complete and of high quality by checking for things like missed values or incomplete columns, so something like null.
Awesome. So that helps clarify some things, but can you tell me a little bit more what you mean by secure data practices?
Yeah, of course, Anissa. I'm glad that you asked. So when organizations follow data governance practices, they can meet important regulations like HIPAA or GDPR. This is especially important in healthcare and financial services. So for example, in healthcare, if patient records get mixed up, or in financial services, bank account information gets mixed up, there could be serious consequences. So think about building our Lego castle. If you mix up the bags, you might get the wrong pieces in the wrong places. But with data, mixing up sensitive and public data is a much bigger problem than a misplaced Lego brick. That's why we need these practices.
That makes sense. So just like how I need to use the right Lego pieces to build a sturdy castle, I need to make sure I'm using high quality, secure data to make informed decisions, right?
That's exactly right. So just as organized Lego pieces let you build a sturdy foundation, proper data governance gives you the foundation to build something reliable and valuable.
Awesome. So now imagine we're building a Lego castle, which will represent our AI/machine learning model. So using the Lego pieces from the box, model governance is like ensuring that the Lego castle we are building are built with high quality Lego pieces similar to what's down here. And we want to make sure they're free from defects or biases. Next, we want to make sure that they have a clear purpose and a functionality in mind, right? So that way it's very targeted. We want to make sure that it is also tested and ensured to meet performance standards. So we don't want it to drift and hallucinate. And finally, we want to make sure that it is regularly inspected and maintained to prevent deterioration or errors in the future.
Okay, so Anissa, that all makes sense, but what do you mean by performance standards?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there are tons of metrics out there that are associated with model governance. In fact, we are releasing metrics every single day. There are literally hundreds of thousands that exist today. Some of the big ones are ROUGE. ROUGE stands for Recall-Oriented Understudy for Gisting Evaluation.
Wow, that is a mouthful.
Yeah, tell me about it. Say it 3 times fast. So we use that to evaluate the quality of machine-generated summaries by comparing them against reference summaries. Next, we have knowledge retention. Knowledge retention is when we make sure that the LLM is able to retain factual information presented throughout a conversation. Make sense?
It does.
And next, we have latency. So latency refers to the process of taking your input prompt and generating a corresponding output response.
Okay, so that all makes sense, but I don't understand yet how this is important to model governance and data governance.
Yeah, that's a great question. So the Lego creation represents model governance because it focuses on ensuring that the model is built with high quality components. We want to make sure governance is placed to make sure our tools are not biased or have any defects and functions as intended, or else our castle is going to fall
Oh
apart.
no, that's not good. So you're basically saying that data governance is like organizing your Lego box, making sure that all the pieces are sorted, secure, and ready to use.
Exactly. And model governance is like building and maintaining a specific Lego creation, ensuring that the AI/machine learning model is reliable, transparent, and performs as intended.
And together, they give us the foundation that we need to make better decisions with our data.
Exactly. How is that for a bricktastic explanation?